Hey everybody, this is Joe from Archery Northwest and Archery World, owner and operator. I'm here at our Lacey location, and this is an 8 o'clock Saturday morning line for the Archery World Classic that we put on every year. We have about 220 archers this year at this event. We'll give away $20,000 in cash and prizes during this event. This is a qualification line time, so 8 a.m. Yesterday, we had a 1 o'clock line yesterday and a 6 p.m. line yesterday, so we qualified about 110 archers or so yesterday, and today we're going to qualify the rest to meet that quota of the 210 to 220. Right now in front of us, you're looking at downrange. You're watching them shoot their qual rounds. They're a little bit more than halfway done, so we're going to give you a little bit of a highlight for them, and we're going to ask you to watch them. If they're in the youth division and you want to see them live, we're going to film the brackets and the finals live this evening from 6 p.m. until that's done for the youth. Tomorrow, on Sunday, we're going to do all the adult brackets, and then we're going to do the shoot-ups for the adults as well. This will all be a Lancaster-style format. It's a 660 round. X's count as 11s, and they shoot 60 arrows for score. So they're, I think, on round number, or in number 15, heading to 16. And in front of me right now, it looks like you've got Cam. He shoots out a G4, drawing his bow back, wearing a black hat, and right next to the bright green bow or bright yellow bow, that's Gunny McGee. He shoots down in that area as well, so he shoots actually, I think, closer to Eugene, so that's who you're seeing a little bit of highlight. That is on the right in the green t-shirt, that's Hunter Nelson right next to Kai Zing. He's a great archer too. Both of those archers are outstanding. They're both shooting in the championship division. So, and Bodie Turner's on this line as well, shooting his qual round. And we'll talk about the format of that as we do this. But what will happen is depending on the amount of archers in each division, a certain amount will move forward to the bracket rounds. And then during the bracket rounds, that'll narrow down to the top 4. So their scores from the qualifying round will carry over, and their bracket rounds will keep adding up points, and then they'll seed and win, and there'll be single elimination, and then the top 4 seeded individuals will be able to shoot in a shoot-off style format. We've got platforms built for them, similar to Lancaster. We've included the 12 ring that they did a year or so ago, a couple of years ago, so that's going to be a neat format to see as well. It's Mary Sizemore at full draw in the purple bow, black shirt, next to Bodie Turner, shooting the new Hoyt this year in green decked out, and right next to Isabel, Geis Bueller, awesome shot, and next to her on the right is JC. She shoots out of Twin Falls, and Becky Wiltsey shooting out of Salem. So a great cast of characters here. So we have on the far right, just broke a shot, that's Clayton Allen. He's a great archer out of Nampa, Idaho. So we got Idaho, Washington, Oregon. There's some archers came down from Canada that are shooting this too. So it's a really cool venue that we're proud to be a part of. So this will be the last time that it's probably at one of the Archery World locations, even though it's the Archery World Classic, because we've outgrown the facility here. So we're only 9,000 square feet. We can shoot about 50 archers each game, but we want to introduce a way to shoot even more and grow it. So stay tuned for that, and we'll post up where that location will be as soon as we can get something locked down for 2025. We always host this event on the first weekend of December. This year we had to shift that a little bit because of the way the weekend fell, but in the future, even if the first day of December is on one of those weekend days, we'll do it there so it doesn't conflict with other shoots. Next year, we're also going to do a Triple Crown with a couple of other pro shops too. G4 out of North Plains, Oregon is going to be one of those shops, and then I think we're talking about a Midwestern or Mid-East Washington or Oregon location too. So I think Alpine Archery is going to be involved with that. So we have just a huge representation there. There you see the Dominator Duo, you see the Super X, you saw the new Hoyt on the right side there too. So these archers are bringing, top-tiered equipment to this equipment, and there's one of the red concept as well. Bill Drake is here shooting that bow, shooting it really well. He likes it. There's a Gunny McKee's title, so just an awesome thing to watch grow. And most of these archers hunt, but this is what we do in the winter to get better at it, to understand how that pressure feels, and to be able to perform under pressure, and then it makes hunting that much easier. There's very few archers that shoot that don't, but the Olympic style archers may be the exception, and barebow, because that's a hard genre, and they stay focused on that class. And we have quite a big following of barebows. It's the largest division we have. I think there's 35 or 36 barebow men alone, and I think there's over a dozen barebow women. Not to mention the Olympic archers that, and most of them come from this particular shoot from either north of the border in Canada or north of Seattle. The Knock Point is a great location, and they produce a great field of competition for Olympic style archery. A lot of them follow the USA Archery events and tours where they're at. So on that far left, there you're seeing there, that's some of the Knock Point guys and gals, and we try to set them up so they can shoot in their own division with their own peers. So that's a good look there. That Next Step Archery, that's the Knock Point. They have a division that is their class that basically it is from zero to everything. So they can produce Olympic grade archers, but they can take you in their shop if you've never shot a bow before. And if you live up north of Seattle, that's a great location to go to make sure that you get set up right. Depending on what genre you want to go, they'll take care of you. There's 17 divisions here, and it's pretty neat because we have a championship division that encompasses anyone that wants to sign up for it, male, female, or whatever. But how we do that, there's not as many championship women, so we put them in the championship flight if they hold a pro card. And there's a couple of gals that do that. Isabel and Kaylee both are shooting as a pro, so they sign up in the championship division. And since we don't create a women's championship, if they're on the podium, they'll receive another 10% of the purse. And in the championship division this year, there's 15 people, but that purse is guaranteed $5,000. So first place is $2,500. Second place is $15,000, and third place is $1,000. And if you're in a like a Kaylee or Isabel, would be qualified for an additional 10% of each of those if they make first, second, or third. Here's some numbers that we're looking at on the sign-ups. So barebow men had 35 sign-up, the barebow women 12. Good divisions. And then the men, there's more men in the sport right now, obviously, so that division breaks down a little bit further into men's open, men's senior open, and then men's bow hunter freestyle, then men's senior bow hunter freestyle. So when you combine those into smaller shoots, that would outweigh all the numbers on the others, but since they're their own division, they're going to have 15 to 20 people in each of those. And we're looking forward to growing this in a bigger venue and then getting those total participation up into that 300, 400 in the next couple of years too. So hopefully you're liking what you see, and if you live in the Northwest, then we're gonna and you'll be able to fly in. It doesn't matter. We're gonna try to host this and make a big shoot here on the West Coast. So you're seeing Kai in the black shirt, in the center there, gray bow. Bill Drake just broke a shot with his new Concept X, and then Hunter Nelson. So they're all in the championship division, so we put them together. Bodie Turner on the top, Isabel on lane 17 top as well. Then it looks like on top 19 is Mary Sizemore. Then you got Danny Rhodes. Danny, I think, won last year, so it was awesome shooting. So there's going to be some defending titles and podium positions and it'll be fun. And I think they're in the Senior Women's Open. As we grow this as well, we have great support from the manufacturers. Can't thank them enough. I mean, we're talking, Elite, PSE, Hoyt, Slayer, Beast. You see them all there, Shot IQ. Even personal friends of the shops that have donated stuff to give away. Squatch Juice is here, a great product too. George's Gizmos, he's out of Nampa, Idaho. He makes a lot of 3D printed grips, draw stops, and quite a few other accessories, so check him out too. So if you're not familiar with some of these, feel free to leave a comment asking about them. If you're familiar with them and you love one of these brands, let us know. We all want to see them grow. We all want to see them do well. We love that they're supporting the sport through the brick and mortar shops. We need that really more than just about anything, is that support directly to the brick and mortars. And as Archery Northwest, we founded this with the hopes and the reality of that we'll grow participation in shoots across the Northwest by being able to go to those locations that are hosting their local shoot and film that for them. Next week we'll be in La Grande, Oregon, and a few weeks later we'll be at G4 filming a shoot that they have as well. So we want to help each other out. So that's our dedication to them, is that we're going to put in all that sweat equity to help grow not only their shop, but the sport of archery to begin with, and create that foot traffic and that camaraderie that all the shops need and we all recognize. So we're all working together hard on this. You see, this weekend we'll give away $20,000 in cash and prizes. So the participation prizes are based off of the amount of people in that division. So we guaranteed a championship flight purse, and that's it. Everyone else creates their own purse by signing up in that division. So the largest payout besides championship will be men's barebow, because there's 35 participants in that, and that'll go down to a 16-man bracket to eliminate that. Got a lot of youth there. There's a lot of youth that shot yesterday too. There's a few different youth teams around the Northwest that come down as a group and participate in this. Letterfly Archery is one of those. It's really cool. Stephanie Rustad, she runs a program out of her local club, and it is really cool to see her grow that. She's got, I think she brought down 20-something students here with their parents tagging along too, and everybody watching their youth grow in this. And then again, Next Step Archery from up at the Knock Point, they bring down a lot also, and they have some coaches down here that are participating, but then when they're not shooting, they're helping the youth walk through their process. They're not coaching on the line, obviously, but back behind the line, they're talking through processes and doing all that. We'll see if we can pop over to some live scores in a minute, but in a minute we'll pull up and show you some brackets and finals and the schedule of events and where you'll be able to kind of follow along on the live streaming. So the live streaming will start tonight for the brackets and for the finals for all the youth. We're going to give them the whole entire evening to work out who's going to stand on top of those podiums tonight. So theirs are going to be finished tonight. We're going to have all these adults here surrounding them, putting them a little pressure on them, watching them, giving them the center of attention. And then tomorrow, you can see on the right side of your screen there, the live streaming will start. These are approximate times. Once we start, we'll continue live for the whole time through the whole event. So we're going to start with the men's bow hunter freestyle seniors, and then the same thing for the women, and then we'll go into the men's bow hunter freestyle. And if you don't see a division there out of the divisions that were there, it's just that there weren't enough participants, so we asked them to move to a division that would fit them, so there'd be some prize or reward for participating. And if we asked them to move, we're gonna up that purse if they do win. And I think that only happened in one, like senior women's bow hunter freestyle. So we asked them to move to women's bow hunter freestyle, and that'll work out well for anyone. So we're going to shoot the championship and then the men's bare bow because it's the largest bracket. All these will be, after the brackets are finished, there'll only be 4 people left, and then each of those 4, it'll be a shoot-up style. So number 4 will shoot against number 3. The winner of that will shoot against number 2. The winner of that will shoot against number 1. And all their seeding from their qualification round and the brackets are in place, so that will help them seed. Now, during the brackets themselves, even the top seeded qualifier could be unseeded, meaning that they could be beat and then they're out completely. So they have to defend their position in the brackets, but those scores keep adding up. And then for seeding purposes, all the scores of the top 4 shooters will be decided based off of their total aggregate for the qualification round and then the brackets. So it'll be a fun finish. Really exciting tomorrow. A lot of nerves. Helps people control it. The neat thing on the bare bow men, to highlight that, you got the winner of Lancaster last year is here, along with the winner of Vegas last year is here. So you got they want to touch base. They're friends, obviously, but they're competitors. They're strong competitors, and they want to see how they kind of stack up. They want to push themselves, so when they go to these big events, that they're prepared and they feel that pressure and they know they're going to be shooting against each other. So it's really helpful to shoot in that same competition. In a championship, of course, you got Bodie Turner that's won this event. I think every year that we've had the event, and then of course he's went on from here to place 3rd in Lancaster, and then win Lancaster, and then again win Vegas as well. So Northwest is putting out some really good archers. All right, as we're watching they're scoring downrange. You got the line waiting. We're going to start looking at some of the scores that are going on live here. So let's break this down into divisions. And if they've already shot, they're going to have a total score up there. If they're in the middle of shooting this game right now, like Saturday 8 a.m. is shooting right now, so they're not going to have their total score in there. For instance, any of these people, let's take Haley at the top. She's shooting, after 60 arrows, she's got a 564. This NAN means the app has not updated. We've got a live scoring app to show you what's happening. So those will refresh from time to time, and then as it does, those will fill in with what they've got after their arrow count. So all these NANs means that it's not the aggregate yet. Since it's a 60 arrow competition, so anyone you see that has 60 arrows up there, that's their final qualification score, and they're going to hope that's enough to get to the brackets. See what's happening now. So some of these, after 51 arrows, it looks like they've got in there. So it looks like there's 4 bare bow men on this line right now. There'll be some more on the 1 p.m. line, so we'll film that and put it up after we've got some highlights of it as well. Again, you can go to archeryworld.net so you can see this live scoring. You just hit refresh and it'll update as those scores get entered in, and you'll kind of know if you were shooting the competition where you stand, and you'll also see the brackets and how many spots are available for those brackets to start out with. Some have 4, some have 8, and some have 16 starting brackets, but they'll all narrow down to 4. So the youth 12 and under can shoot at 10 yards if they want, or under 12 is how it is. They can shoot at 10 yards if they want. Some will elect to shoot at 20 because that's just what they choose, because they're working up. Bodie was one of those youth as he was coming up, and he was allowed to shoot at 10 yards. He still shot at 20. So he has to do that throughout the competition. He can't change his mind and move to 10 later. So wherever he chooses to shoot is where he will finish. And so they get that election if they're under 12 years old. The young adults, the 12 to 17, they're going to be shooting at 20 yards, but against themselves. And we'll pull up some brackets here and show you how many brackets are going to start out with. And we'll have live scoring on these brackets too, so keep up with us tomorrow and this evening, and we will be filming those brackets down to the finals live. Got some Olympic archers on the far right of your screen there. A lot of them, most will choose to shoot a single spot target for obvious reasons. They're shooting fingers, no peep. It's a really hard genre to shoot. Bare bow probably being the one just over that, or traditional. We don't have a traditional division, so traditional archers fit into the bare bow division until we have enough participation to split those again. Tiebreakers are broken this way. If you have two archers that are tied and they both shoot let's say they're in the open class and they both shoot a 5.55, meaning they only dropped, a 6.55. They only, I'm saying that wrong. It's a 6.60 round. They shot a 6.55. So they only dropped 5 points. They could do that in any way. So the X's are 11, so it doesn't matter how they drop those 5 points. But the tiebreaker, if they're both tied, would go to whoever shot the most 11s, followed by, if they both shot the same amount of 11s, it would go to whoever shot the most 11s first, meaning whoever carried 11s the longest before they dropped the first point out of the 11 ring. So it settles a lot of the shoot-offs from the start, moving on to the brackets, and then at that point there's tiebreakers for that, and then the same thing for the shoot-up as well. You're looking at the back of Aaron Turnbull keeping score. He shoots out of Eugene, Oregon. His son off to the left. Great family there. They represent really well down in the Eugene side. They shoot out of Cascadian, Bowman, and usually it wouldn't be uncommon to see them shooting at the Bowtech factory pro shop that they have down there too. That's the manufacturing headquarters for Bowtech Archery. All right, here's some of the past winners. So this is last year's winners of each of the divisions. And so you have some of them up on this line right now. So start on the bottom right, you got Bodie Turner shooting on this line time right now. John Chip Heffelfinger, he won last year, and then he went on to win Vegas after he left here. I think Joe Riley shot earlier. Danny Rhodes is on this line too. She won last year too. So the youth male, Levi Winshoff on the left, on the second from the top. Dad is one of the coaches here at Lacey, so he really got involved with the sport. His family got into it, and now they teach a ton of lessons and a ton of 4-H groups, and he became a level 2 instructor, and he just got sucked into it and loves it. And of course, Levi, his son, loves it too, and the pressure that he feels, and so they're going to be here supporting him if he makes it to the brackets. Tim Davis there, senior men's bow hunter freestyle. He won last year. He's shooting this year too. He's running the clock for us right now. He qualified yesterday. I didn't get a chance to talk to him to see how he did, but hopefully he'll make the brackets and then be able to defend his position there too. Stephanie Evans on the bottom, women's bow hunter freestyle. We'll have a full list of who's going to be up there defending that and give live commentary. Men's bow hunter freestyle. Hunter won it last year. He's running one of the cameras right now, so he's not shooting this year, just so he can help as the shoot grows. So we appreciate him giving up that chance to defend, so that we can try to give you these highlights and this information. We want to take a minute to show you some of our sponsors. These are some of the bow manufacturers that got behind us on this shoot, and as we grow, we expect that to grow as well. So we really want to make sure they get some recognition for helping this shoot grow too. Can't thank them enough. There's a lot of accessory companies too. We'll show that during the live feed so that we can make sure that you know who's helping support these pro shops. So we want to make sure that we are giving them back the respect that they deserve. We're going to wrap up this highlight of this line time. We'll come back and we'll do the same thing at the 1 o'clock line. And then again, we'll go live stream for the youth brackets and finals this evening starting at around 6 p.m. So stand by for that. But we're going to, if you want to keep up with it, again, just go to archeryworld.net. You'll see a link to the live scoreboard. So check out that link to the live scoreboard. You can find what division, who you want to follow, and then all you have to do is refresh from time to time, sync that up, and it's going to show you those as those arrows come down. And again, if they're not finished with the shooting or it's not synced up yet, it will give you this little NAN code. It's just not reading yet. And then after however many arrows, it looks like they're after 54 arrows, like Stephanie's just synced up. So they've only got 2 more ends to shoot, it looks like. So follow along. It's archeryworld.net. You'll see how many bracket spots there are available, and then you'll see those live scores update and work their way down to the final 4 and then that shoot up format. Thanks guys for watching, and hope to see you, and like and follow. We appreciate it. Thanks.